Okay, let's review or go over what we've gotten done today so far. The first thing we did was we did away with this bulkhead that went right here. This hole cut here is right where the hole goes for the wing connection. There's supposed to be a dowel that goes through a hole in this part that holds the wing on. So we made a new one of those. The other thing we've gotten done, and this is what took most of the day, was the engine mount and retract. Now the engine mount, I don't know if you can see this, but you'll see it again later. The engine is supposed to be mounted sideways in this airplane. However, with the little pre-planning, you can plan for your engine to be mounted at a little bit of an angle like this, so that when you put your muffler on, it extends out past the fuselage and is completely out of the way. Whereas if you mounted the engine straight 90 degrees, the muffler would be under here and you'd have to cut out the side of the fuselage for it to fit. This airplane originally wasn't designed for a muffler. It was designed for a tuned pipe. So anyway, we've gotten the location made. We've got the motor mount mounted in here. We've gotten our location for our retract, and we've got it set in here, and it will operate just like that. It'll fold up inside the belly of the fuselage and then come down. So a lot of today has been spent on measuring and adjusting and making everything fit and be straight. Because don't forget, you just can't screw the motor mount to the firewall, because the motor mount has to mount to the spinner, which is on the front of the airplane, which is in a special spot. But anyway, we've got all this done, and very happy with the way it is so far. I have not glued the fuselage together yet. Everything is just sitting here pushed together, and so that I can kind of get an idea of the fit. And so far I'm very happy with it. Scott has done an excellent job on the CAD work on this airplane. It seems to be fairly going together pretty well. So, till next time, this is Frank signing off. Well, welcome back to the shop. What we've got done so far is we've put together our fuselage sides. As you can see, there's some lines in here where this was all spliced together to make it fit on a laser cutter, plus the width of the balsa wood is a little bit large. So what we've done is we've gotten the all glued together, and you can use whatever kind of glue you prefer to use, doesn't matter. And they've been sanded. And now it's to a point where we're going to decide which was going to be the inside of the fuselage and which will be the outside of the fuselage. So after examining them and coming to an idea that which looks the best, we could decide that which is going to be the inside and the outside. Now, if you've ever built fuselages before and put the doublers in them, I'll bet you that you have built some of them the same side, where you built two left-hand fuselages and then had to tear them apart or start over again to get a left and a right side. So the best way to do that is you lay them on your table and turn them opposite each other, and then line up your doublers. Now, what I'm going to use to glue these doublers in is not 5-minute epoxy, but I'm going to use West Systems finishing resin. Now, being at the front part of this is going to be the tank area, I'm just go ahead and paint the entire inside area here with the resin and go ahead and fuel proof the balsa wood. And then set this thing, let it glue and let it dry all night. And then the next day I'll be ready to start putting in the formers and getting it together. Okay, we're back. Now what I've done is I've got this laid up. I've measured my resin out. This is the West Systems 105. And I've got my epoxy mixed up, or this is resin, and take this stick, wipe it off, and throw it away. Because if you leave it stuck in the little bucket there, you end up knocking it over. Now I have a cheap brush. Get these at Harbor Freight for next to nothing. And I'm going to just brush this on. Like this. I want you to notice that Scott Anderson that made these doublers, he did a really good job on them. Now I'm going to paint the entire portion of the tank area to fuel proof it. If you've ever had a fuel tank start leaking inside your airplane, you're really going to be glad that you fuel proofed it inside that tank area. Now I want you to notice that when Scott Anderson made this doubler, this section right here goes right over the top of where it was spliced. Okay. Let's line this up. Paying particular attention in here where the tabs go. Make sure they're all lined up nice and neat. Press this down nice. Okay. We're going to set this right over here and put some weight on it. just like that. So now we're going to do the same thing with this side. So let me get this done, and I'll be getting back to you. Okay, I've mixed up my next batch of resin and got my new brush out. Got this stirred up nice and got it mixed up very well. And we'll just brush it on. Not going to be any different this side than we did the last side. I want to talk to you about this sheet protector, this plans protector that I'm using underneath my balsa wood, but on top of my plans. Now you can go to the hobby shop and buy this in the monocoat rack, and it's called a plans protector. Or what you can do is next time you peel off your monocoat, just save the backing. It's exactly the same stuff. Just remember that on the backing, the part that goes up on your plans is the part that goes to the back side of the monocoat. Only one side of it is protected on the stickiness. Okay. That looks pretty good. Oh yeah. Now we got that sitting there. Now we'll get some weight and set on it. There we go. Now we can throw this away. We'll let that sit overnight. Tomorrow, you won't be able to take those apart. They will be together forever. I always like to keep a little denatured alcohol in a plastic bottle to clean the glue and resins off my hands if I got any on them. But anyway, this plans protector is a pretty good idea. It will protect your plans from getting glue all over them. As long as you use the side that goes next to the monocoat, So, thank you. I'll get back with you and we'll get some more of this airplane built.